सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Today's subject, Himalayas, a dimension beyond mind. It is dimension beyond any dimensions, not just mind. In Himalayas, for inner awakening, you don't need anything else except outer awakening. Just look whatever is around. Gaze. You will be just dazed. And the inner awakening will happen. Just whatever is around, look around that huge Himalayas and the Ganga and the extraordinary, vibrant silence which you can touch and feel in the air. Which you can touch and feel in the air, understand? Which you can touch. It's not a joke. The silence can be felt in the air. If you feel sound in the outer world, you will not be able to feel the silence in the outer world. If you feel the sound in the inner world, you will not be able to feel the silence in the inner world. But there are two techniques, two things. In the Himalayas, even in the sound in the outer world will make you experience the silence of the outer world. And mantras, even if you experience the sound in the inner world, will make you experience silence in the inner world. Understand? Himalayas and mantras, these two are extraordinary happenings. Mantra, when you chant intensely, the very sound will make you experience silence. Same way in Himalayas, any sound will strengthen the silence of the Himalayas. Any sound, you can touch and feel the silence of the Himalayas in the air. Amazing opportunity for you guys to chant these mantras every day, morning. Don't miss. Especially ashramites. You guys can have a book. Have the printout and learn to chant. That sound will make you experience the silence of the inner world. Even the early participants, your next few days, learn to chant. And when you go back, have the habit of this one ritual in your life. Morning, connecting with the Master, opening up to Master. When you wake up, open up. Have this as a routine. When you wake up early morning, open up to the Master, Cosmos. Melt down just with these mantras. Those sounds are so powerful that can do so much in you. It can make you experience the silence of the inner world. Himalayas is the dimension beyond mind. See, there are so many hills all over the world. They all may give you a kind of a light or vacation mood. But somehow Himalayas is associated with such a strong spiritual vibration and energy. The very air radiates these thoughts. See, whatever you experience as God, when the God experience happens in your consciousness, whatever changes happen in your brain, whatever is perceived by your brain, can be reproduced by the electrodes. That's what now they are developing a new philosophy called neurotheology. Whatever you experience, when you experience God in the consciousness in the brain, see, when you experience God in your consciousness, in the brain something happens. So the same experience can be reproduced by electrodes. But understand, that can never be a God consciousness or God experience. That can never lead you. It is just a replacement, poor substitute. Like when consciousness is experienced in your body, sweetness happens in your tongue. But when you put the sweet in your tongue, also sweetness happens. But the sweetness cannot lead you to God experience. This cannot make you experience all dimensions of God. Understand neurotheology. Through electrodes you may do the same experience in the brain, but you cannot have the transformation of the God consciousness in the consciousness. When you have the conscious experience of God, you may have the different experience changes in the brain. That does not mean the same changes in the brain, if they are instigated through the electrode, the same God consciousness can happen in you. No. Same way. You may ask, why? What is the difference? The God consciousness happens based on the vibrations, the energy, the transmission. The other day I was reading an article, my brahmachari was telling me about that article. I looked into it. She says that when the master's thumb touches the anya of the disciple, whatever disciple wants, whether it's the outer world or inner world, gets activated and it becomes reality. There's a beautiful, deep research on this science. It's a transmission of the sacred energy, the vibration. So it can never be equated to the activation of the electrodes, activation of some parts of the brain through electrodes. No. It can never be equated. Activation of some parts of the brain through electrode is almost like using alcohol and other drugs. Maybe it is not that unhealthy, an addiction, that's all. But nothing more than that. But what is transmitted through the consciousness and energy and vibration stays permanently, is eternal, it's totally different. Understand? The difference between neurotheology and the Guru's initiation is what is difference between going to other hills and Himalayas. The same high or up or vacation mood can be felt in other hills also, but like the electrode. But in the Himalayas, it is straight initiation. The very air is charged with those sacred thoughts and ideas and energy. And the purpose why you are traveling in those risky roads, you can't call that as a road. Those risky, that's all. You can't even use the hand this way, you have to only use this way. When you talk about Himalayas roads, those risky paths, the purpose for which you travel, the whole thing is different. So it is different. It is dimension beyond mind. The difference between other hills and Himalayas is like neurotheology and enlightenment. Neurotheology can put you in the kind of that mood. Some of these researchers are studying Zen monks and Tibetan monks and enlightened monks. When they fall into the samadhi, how they just feel one with the whole. The different identity is lost. They studied during that experience what happens in the brain. The same thing they were able to reproduce it in a normal beings through electrode. But not only it doesn't stay permanently, it doesn't cause the same lifestyle and ecstasy and transformation which those monks radiate, which those enlightened beings radiate. So still, He is with us. The neurotheology electrodes cannot replace the thumb of the master. Fortunately, still thumb of the master retains its uniqueness and sacredness than any other neurotheology electrodes. Otherwise, by now we would have had coffee shops, enlightenment coffee shops. Have enlightenment when you have a cup of coffee. You can just be sipping a cup of coffee and they will give you enlightenment and send you out. Of course, if it can be done, I will be very happy. I want more and more enlightened beings on the planet Earth. But unfortunately, it is not reproducible by any matter. Even the subtlest brain, which is the bridge between the matter and the cosmos, matter and the consciousness, is not able to grasp. Is not able to reproduce, is not able to feel, which comes from the matter, which comes from the consciousness, is same, even if the experience is same. Even if the experience is same, something beyond, something more is. So it is not same. So still, you need to meditate. Even though there are neurotheology electrodes, meditation is required. Now you need to do Udana process. So remember, Himalayas is, the difference between Himalayas and the other mountains is like difference between neurotheology and neurotheology electrodes and the thumb of the master, touch of the master. It really does something. It really does something. I always had the fear that if I have a place in Himalayas, I may go and start staying more and more time there. But now the fear has come true. We have a place. Yesterday night I was really feeling that we should have an Institute of Vedic Culture in Himalayas, in Haridwar. I already downloaded the whole plan and the map. The International Institute of Vedic Culture, IIVC. It's a place. That's actually a place where the culture can happen in the human beings. Ganga, Himalaja, and the internet. All three will meet now. And we'll have strong, very strong International Institute for Vedic Culture training sannyasis, preachers, priests, and Vedic activists who stand for Vedic tradition in all possible ways. Himalaja. Somehow the very hill makes your fantasies empty. Your Muladhara just becomes like a vapor. It's just vaporized. All streams, all fantasies are vaporized. And the very fear, your Swadhisthana is pierced and broken. And that space, all worries disappear. It is Himalayas. It is Himalayas. Beyond any dimension of the mind or any dimension, meditating on Himalayas itself is such an experience. What to talk about seeing? So experience Himalayas. Today we will start the Udana process. Let you all experience and radiate enlightenment, achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.
All that I smell